Hey, good evening, race fans. Welcome everybody into another Inside Edition of the Voice of Victory Lane with Kip Thompson. We want to come in tonight and talk to you about a series that's going to be running in a special memorial race this weekend at the Lakeview Motor Speedway. With me tonight, I got a good friend of mine, Brad Page, who is the series director for the Punisher Super Street Series. This is the newest Super Street Series in the Southeast, and these guys have already got 3 races under their belt for 2022. They've got the 4th race of their 2022 touring series this weekend at the Lakeview Motor Speedway. And Brad Page, hey, man, thanks so much for joining me tonight. Glad to have you on the show. And, man, I just want to jump right in. Let's just start talking about what's going to be going on this weekend. The Chris Miller Memorial at the Lakeview Motor Speedway. Sure to be a show, based on your guys' Facebook page, sure to be a show that you don't want to miss.
Oh, yes. Lies right now is $2,000 to win, $175 to start with just a $60 entry fee.
Wow. So if that don't draw the cars, I don't know what will. And people who were thinking about, hey, I might want to take this weekend off. I know my car may fit the rules here. I know that I'd be good. Hey, you might want to come run with these guys because now say that one more time, Brad, so everybody knows that payout to win and to start and the entry fee one more time.
It's $2,000 to win with a possibility of $2,250 to win if the man that wins passes for the win on the last lap.
Wow.
And so, $175 to start with a $60 entry fee.
Okay, so to break that down for everybody to understand that very clearly, Punisher Super Street Series running inside the Lakeview Motor Speedway, 20 laps the distance this weekend. So check this out, $2,000 to win. And there is a $250 bonus that could be paid in one of 2 ways. Now, what that means is, as Brad just said, is the guy that is running second or the guy running third or fourth, if he makes a move and he passes the leader on the last lap to win, it's called a last lap bonus. Last lap bonus, $250. So somebody passes the leader to go to the front to claim the checkered flag, a $250 bonus. If we do not have a last lap pass this weekend for the Punisher Super Street Series, that $250 will be divvied up and split up and spread out from 2nd place to 6th place. Is that correct, Brad?
Yes, sir.
All righty. So going into feature number 4 of the 2022 season. Kicking off the very first race of the year, Halifax County Motor Speedway. I actually had an opportunity to be there. I was able to call that race for you guys. Thank you for having me to do that. John Carroll picks up the win at the Mark Batten Memorial. A very special night at Halifax County Motor Speedway. You guys went back to Halifax, I think it was, for your 2nd race. Justin Kidd, driver the number 30, who took a bad ride, man, at Fayetteville last year. Glad to see that kid's okay, back up and running and doing very, very, very well. And then also Ron Pope, driver the number 5 out of Irwin, North Carolina, picks up his first win of the 2022 season in this series at Lakeview last time you guys were out on the track. So you had those 3 guys that are followed by a great host of cars. David Royal ends up with his best finish of the 2022 season, finishing 2nd at Lakeview.
After he had to come from the rear twice.
That's right. And it hit the wall, had a tire cut down in qualifying, goes off the track. Wasn't sure if he's going to make it back because that's the race also. Thank you again. That was a race that I had an opportunity to go and call for you guys. Again, thanks for having me do that. Always enjoy being with you guys.
I always enjoy having you.
Oh, well, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. So David Roy has his best finish of the year, followed by Justin Kidd, a very strong 3rd place finish. Those 2 guys, along with Hunter Denny, Justin Kidd, Travis Wells, Russell Boyd. I don't know. I'm leaving anybody out.
Luke Owens.
Well, in that 2nd to 6th place finishing order, though, I mean, that deal, those guys were rolling. But, yeah, Cool Hand Luke.
Yeah, they were racing hard.
Yeah, Cool Hand Luke was there. Stevie Reeves. I mean, you guys had a really good field of cars that night. And, looking forward to seeing, what kind of shows you guys can put on this weekend because, Chris Miller, I know you guys were longtime friends from back in the days. I think he sponsored you back when you were in your karting deal. And let's talk about Chris and what it's going to mean, not only for your series to be running at Lakeview this weekend in conjunction with a memorial race to a guy that meant so much to you.
Oh, yeah. Chris was one of those people that if you knew him, you loved him. He had a real big personality, and anytime you ever needed anything or just needed somebody to talk to or something like that, he was always there. He was just one of them people you couldn't help but like. And I think if I remember right, him and John, the flagman at Lakeview, him and those two, they were real tight and real close friends too.
Yeah, well, John Lovett, man, what a great guy. I always enjoy whenever I get to call a race at Lakeview, it's always special because I'm right behind him. And I tell him, I said, he's the only guy I've ever seen flag that's got more moves than a box of X-Lax when he drops that green. I'm telling you, man, if there's any guy anywhere anywhere on dirt, anywhere that's got more rhythm, more moves, and more passion. You know what I'm saying? I mean, people probably think he's there putting on a show to make it. No, he has a passion for what he does.
He enjoys his job.
He has a passion. And our hats go off to John Lovett, man. I hope tonight you get to see the show or sometime, man. You can plug into my YouTube channel. That is Voice of Victory Lane with Chip Thompson. Go to that YouTube page, like it, share it, subscribe to it. Because we got all kinds of cool stuff going on throughout the year. We're going to talk to different racetracks. We're going to talk to different series, just like we're doing tonight. We're going to do some driver spotlights and talk about separate drivers, kind of what they got going on with their racing careers. But let's jump back in to the Punisher Super Street series with my man Brad Page. You, along with your partner there, Ryan Floyd, man, what a great guy. He, his wife, you and your wife have done a phenomenal job, man, in getting this thing up off the ground. And, for a Leaf Spring series, there's a lot of these cars out there. There's a lot of cars, and it's a very, very, very competitive class. You take 5, 6, 7, 8 of the 10, 11, 12 that are there. Hey, throw a blanket over them. Anybody could win.
Any of them could win at any weekend.
Because it goes to show right now, we've had 3 series events so far for you guys.
And 3 winners.
3 different winners. So, it's kind of a special deal. And, you got your start in racing, I guess, in karting back in the days, and you built clutches.
And then we actually raced dirt at Lakeview for a long time. My daddy had cars ever since I could remember.
Yeah, well, Perry Page, the mayor of Fork, South Carolina. It's always good to see him. It's always good to see him, whenever I go to a racetrack, because I saw him, I think it was last time we were at Lakeview, and I said, hey, Mayor. I said, what about 042? I said, I know you hear these cars gas up, smell all this fuel. I know, man, you got to miss it. And you out here, Brad's out here, and Brad's here doing his thing, and you don't have a race car. I know you got to miss it. He said, not near a bit. And then he said, well, maybe a little bit. But it's a whole family.
Yeah, we still got the car. It's sitting in the shop.
Well, it's kind of a whole family deal, man, that you guys have kind of brought together. You brought in Ryan and his wife. Very nice folks, man. I've enjoyed meeting them when I see you guys at the racetrack.
I wouldn't be able to do anything that I'm doing right now if it weren't for Ryan. I mean, he takes on so much. He takes so much off of me from, where I have to deal mainly with drivers and tracks and stuff like that. Ryan takes care of everything pretty much behind the scene. I mean, he probably don't get nowhere near half the credit he really should for what all goes on.
I know, because I've seen when I've gone down, and if you guys are down, I'd like to come down and visit with you guys in the trailer and everything and hang out. And to let everybody know too, when you go down to Lakeview Motor Speedway, be sure when you're down in the infield pit area, go by the Punisher Super Street Series trailer. These guys have got some serious swag. They got some nice T-shirts. They've got nice hats. And if you don't buy a hat or a shirt, I'm going to call you out. But anyway, go by and see them, man. These are great folks, great people. You meet Brad Page, you meet Ryan Floyd, you meet their wives, you see the kids running around, and, you talk to them for 5 or 10 minutes, and just like that, you feel like you've known them for 5 or 10 years. So just solid to earth, good people that have the heart of wanting to try to promote that Super Street series, those race cars, and the drivers who have those cars, because if, Leaf Spring cars, they, if Brad Page and them want to run them, who could they sell them to if nobody wants to run them? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, these guys have done a really good job. They put on a great show everywhere they've been this year. I've been fortunate enough to be there for 2 of their races. Hope to be able to catch them again sometime very, very soon. We were able to go to Lakeview Speedway last time because we did have a race that was scheduled at 311 and something happened there. But Scott Tripp and the guys at Lakeview picked that race up, and I'm gonna tell you,
they really stepped up. I can't tell you how much I appreciate Scott Tripp and Lakeview and Michael Wells at Halifax. They've taken a real chance on a new series and been just nothing but great to us. I can't thank them enough.
I'll tell you this. For those who got the last-minute notification that the Super Street Series, the Punisher Super Street Series is going to be at Lakeview, for those fans who got that last-moment notification they're going to be at Lakeview that came out, I can guarantee you, because I was up there calling the race, and I can tell you, your drivers and your series delivered to those race fans exactly what they paid for. It was a great show, action-packed, ground-pounding, dirt-slinging action by the Punisher Super Street Series. So to get a series like this, Brad, started, you and Ryan got together and went out on a limb, I guess on a leap of faith together. But let's talk about some of your sponsors, man, that help you get to where you are. I mean, I know, Dwayne Lee, what an advocate, man, for dirt track racing. Every time you call, if you call on Dwayne Lee, he's never going to tell you no. You know what I'm saying? This guy will step up for you. And especially, man, a memorial race or just an everyday deal, you can always count on people like Dwayne Lee, Allstate Insurance. I know you got KT Automotive, Wins Automotive Products with Marty Hubbard.
Another great guy.
Yeah, he steps in and does a lot of stuff. Lily Mae's Boutique. They normally do either a hard luck or a hard charger award. They offer something from time to time too.
Dawn, she's always, all I got to do is pick up the phone and ask her something, and it's always whatever I can do to help you, Brad. Just let me know.
Well, Explicit Graphics, Dan Williams Roofing. You've got
Dan Williams now. Dan Williams has been one of my really big. Scotty with Dan Williams has really done a lot. I mean, anything that they can get through the series to help build the points fund, they do. I mean, like last week, he volunteered to put up first place money for the race at Lakeview. He paid the $800 to win first place purse.
Wow.
So, I mean, he's been really great. And Danny Yarborough at Down South, if everybody would, him and his brother, Anthony, they're going through a real hard time right now. Their mothers, they've called hospice in and they're just trying to make her comfortable, I've always raced with them boys.
Well, the Yarborough guys, they've been racing for a long time, man. They've been running the racetrack for a long time. And really good guys. And our heart goes out to them. Hey, guys, Yarborough family, hey, you're in our thoughts, you're in our prayers. And may God comfort you guys in the only way that he can. You know what I'm saying? So we're thinking about you guys and praying for you guys at this time. I know it is a tough time. Also, on behalf of Voice of Victory Lane, Kip Thompson show, I'd like to send out our condolences to Freddie Maynard and his wife, Cindy. Cindy lost her daughter last night in a tragic accident. And so Freddie Maynard, man, has been around Fayetteville Motor Speedway since the first drop of dirt went there, I think. I've been going to Fayetteville Motor Speedway for years, man, years and years. And I really honestly do not remember ever been a time going to Fayetteville Motor Speedway and Freddie Maynard not being there. Or very few times have I gone through the pit gate and Miss Cindy not been there. So if you would, folks who are watching, lift those folks up in your prayers, the Yarborough family, who are going through a struggle right now, and also the heartbreak that Freddie Maynard and Cindy are feeling at the loss of her daughter. It's just a tough time, but it's in times like these, families, friends, and, man, this dirt racing community pull together, and we're all there with you guys to help see you through, that's for sure. So, so you got Down South Home Improvements, and then there's got to be one or two more Explicit Designs, I think.
Explicit, they're the ones doing the custom painted helmet for the points champion.
Yeah, that's going to be a pretty cool deal there too at the end of the season to see kind of how that shakes out. So, well, anyway, let's any other sponsors you want to mention? Oh, hey, the way I love potato chips, we got to talk about the Utz Loeffner distributors, man. Utz, the official provider of the Punisher Super Street Series, man. Those honey barbecues and then the sea salt. I mean, I'm in on Utz potato chips.
Oh yeah, Steve Loeffner, you know, me and him go way back. We raced go-karts together for years and years, and he's just we've always been friends. I really appreciate him stepping up and helping out. Are you forgetting about another sponsor also?
Who's that?
I think they sell boats.
That little store down in Sanford, Chatley Boat Marine.
Yeah, Chat Lee.
Yeah, we're proud to be a part of Punisher Super Street Series, man. Just proud to be a part, man, of what you guys are doing. And to all the racetracks that took a chance on this up and coming beginner series, I think next year this thing is going to blossom, Brad. I really think you guys keep doing what you're doing, keep grinding, stay the course, do your thing. And it's going to pay off in the end, man. It's going to pay off in the end. Like I said, man,
if we can get the people in office to help this gas prices and economy out from where it's gotten so screwed up, I feel like that's what's really hurting racing this season.
Well, it is, and by seeing that, and it's in a lot. It's not just your series; it's in other series. It's in different classes. It's in asphalt. It's in dirt. Guys who race, you know, anything traveling or just getting back to your local track, man. Every Saturday night, you know, people look. Oh, they ain't got that many cars. Well, let me tell you something about the Punisher Super Street Series. I've seen them run. I've seen their cars. I've seen their groups of drivers. There may not be a huge quantity of cars right now due to the current economic status in America. But let me tell you this, when there's 13 or 14, there's 13 or 14 quality race cars, quality drivers, quality teams that are guaranteed to put on a great show that's just not like a train race, man. You know what I'm saying? Where one just gets out front and they just ride around and, you know, 3 and 4 car length.
Well, I couldn't ask for no better. The group of sponsors that we have and the group of drivers are just second to none.
Well, absolutely. Well, and the attitude that you see around the racetrack with your drivers, attitude reflects leadership. And that's a big hats off. I give 5 stars. I'm going to give 5-star rating to Brad Page and Ryan Floyd and their whole organization for what they do with the Punisher Super Street Series. Okay, so let's wrap it up. Brad, thank you so much, man, for being here tonight. All right, this Saturday night inside the Lakeview Motor Speedway, it's going to be the Punisher Super Street Series. $2,000 up for grabs in the Chris Memorial race at the Lakeview Motor Speedway. A lot of these drivers have got a lot of laps under their belt at this racetrack. We've got some drivers who will be back for their second time, who on their first visit had some pretty good finishes. Justin Kidd, John Carroll, Travis, a lot of those guys that hadn't been there a whole lot. Not really sure how many times Russell Boyd has ever been to Lakeview. If it is, it hadn't been there very many times. I don't know that I've seen him. But anyway, those guys are going to be back with laps under their belt. They're going to be racing against veterans and everybody.
It's going to make the racing even better now that they have laps under their belt.
And also knowing that $2,000 up for grabs. And again, the $2,000 to win, $250 last lap pass. If somebody can pass the leader on the last lap to win the race, they'll get an additional $250 payday. And if we don't have a last lap pass, $250 will be split up between second place and sixth place. So Lakeview Motor Speedway this coming Saturday night for the Punisher Super Street Series, the Chris Miller Memorial. It is shaping.
We also got some extra stuff that we're going to be giving out also.
Okay, hit that.
We got a $150 fast time award, $150 hard luck award, $150 hard charger award, and we got 2 $100 long hauls to give out.
Wow.
So, and that's $60 entry fee, $2,000 to start. $2,000 to win, $175 to start.
And only a $60 entry fee.
Yep.
Wow. Well, man, Brad, listen, thank you so much for being on the show tonight. I love having you, man. I hope to have you again. Maybe, who knows? I'm thinking this show you guys are gonna put on this weekend is gonna be so great that maybe Sunday afternoon I'll do another show with you. We'll do a race recap of the Punisher Super Street
Maybe
Series.
we can get the winner to jump on with us.
Well, whatever. That's fine. Checker Flag's always in the house right here with Kip Thompson, Voice of Victory Lane. Go to my YouTube page, Voice of Victory Lane with Kip Thompson. Like that page, share it, subscribe to it, and just keep up with what's going on in dirt track racing, along with some asphalt mixed in, and everything racing's talked about on this show. We're going to do sponsor highlights for different racetracks and stuff. We'll talk to a lot of the guys that sponsor my home racetrack, the Felton Motor Speedway, Bobby Jackson, Raging Rooster Catering, some of those guys. Matter of fact, I want to give Big Bobby a big shout out. He came down to my house today and did a pressure washing job for me. If somebody wants their house pressure washed, Bobby Jackson's the man. He did a fantastic job. And if I recommend Bobby Jackson, take it to the bank. Bobby Jackson, good.
And you always gonna have fun eating around y'all too.
Oh, you can believe that. Don't check your blood pressure, but you go eat good. All right, folks. Hey, thanks for watching. Brad Page, good luck to you guys. Best of luck to y'all this weekend. Remember the Yarborough family and the Maynard family in your prayers. And let's just pray for safe travel, safe racing, and a great night this weekend with the Punisher Super Street Series as this crowd comes together to honor the life of Chris Miller. Brad Page, thank you again, man. Appreciate you being here. I will be
Thanks
getting
for
back.
having me.
Yes, sir. I'll be getting back with you again. I promise, probably over the weekend, because I'm sure that this show is going to be one that everybody wants to talk about and find out how it went for sure.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. Hey, I'm Kip Thompson for the Voice of Victory Lane. Thank you so much for watching our show. Again, Voice of Victory Lane with Kip Thompson on YouTube. Like, share, and subscribe my page. If you don't get out to Lakeview this weekend, get out somewhere. Go somewhere to asphalt, dirt, support a local racetrack, and keep up with us. Because if you happen to miss them at the race and you can't go, I can let you know what's going on. Okay, thanks everybody for watching. Have a good night. We'll see you soon.